Welcome back to Living with a Classic. I'm here with the Daimler Coupe again, and we're doing more things to this 4.2 liters straight 6 here, the Jag XK engine. I'm going to be installing a stake down kit today. In the previous video, I showed you how to tighten the timing chain, so if you need to do that, you can check out one of the previous videos on the channel. So stake down kits are available from all Jag part suppliers. This particular kit, the owner of the car bought, is from Limora. So let me show you installing that, but they're all very similar. Don't worry, I'm going to bring you guys in for a closer review if you don't know what it is. But basically, it is a piece of metal that holds the, not the buckets, but I can't think of what they're called right now. But I'll show you guys over here. So basically, you have the tappets, and they're in these buckets that move up and down, pushed by the camshaft, the cam lobe, and then that pushes on the valve. The area that they ride in, that is pushed or pressed into the aluminum head when it's manufactured. So what can happen if you're unlucky is on the exhaust side, they get warm and they can get loose and they'll move up and they will hit the camshaft. I've heard that on the personal engine of mine, you can hear it. You hear the tapping and it sounds terrible. And they get knocked back in place. However, they can go up and they can smash your camshaft and ruin everything. So the simple solution is to install one of these kits, and that makes sure that they never can move again. So let me bring you guys in for a closer look. I'll show you how it's done. It involves a little bit of drilling. Some kits have self-tapping screws. This one is drilling and tapping. Can be a little bit scary, but no, it's not really. It's just be careful and take your time, and it's not very difficult at all, but I'll bring you guys in for a closer look right now. So here are the metal plates. You got two shorter ones and one longer one because the space here is longer. So in order to do it, step one is remove the cam covers. I already have, or just one cam cover, the exhaust side. I have that one off because I'm painting it. And then I like to at least cover up where the timing chain is. I have used a vacuum extractor to get rid of all the oil, and then I took a rag with just a little bit of brake clean on it and cleaned up the area here, because normally you get oil sitting until up about here. So the oil gets pumped up here. It comes from the lines back here that come from the oil filter housing on later ones, and on this side of the block, on the earlier blocks, comes up, fills this whole space, and then it runs down. Basically it returns here. So let me get one of these out of here. That's what it looks like. This machine to fit on these here. So that's what you don't want to move out of the block. Oh, basically I like to lay them down in the position that they're going to be in. This one is not correct, but yeah. Once again, doing things one-handed, it's not always a lot easy. Let me see. That is the correct position. So I'm going to grab a little bit of a punch and just mark the center of these holes. And then the kit, this particular kit comes with a drill and a tap, and also all the screws. There are other kits that just tells you which drill to use, and then it comes with self-tapping screws. Right. There we go, that's the correct position. Yeah. So I'm going to get these all in the correct position, mark them, and then we'll get the drill out, drill them, tap them, and put them in place. I thought the best way to show it is to actually install two of them, and I'll show you guys on the last one. So I did the front one and the rear ones. That's what it looks like. One thing that's good to do is cover up the Olderton holes here with paper towels. And then don't be too afraid of what you do, because yes, you will get shavings when you do this. You'll get rid of most of them by vacuuming them out, and then you can spray it down with some brake clean and get the last of it out. However, it's aluminum. It's very, very soft. If one shaving or something goes through your engine, it's not going to do anything. It is softer than the bearings. It's softer than anything else. But I do recommend firing this thing up afterwards and then do an oil and filter change after it's run for a little bit. So this style, like I said, is where you need to drill and tap. There's the other style where you just drill and you have self-tapping screws. So you still need to know how far you need to drill. So take the screws that come with your kit, put them through the bracket. I have a spare one here. And then you see I marked with some masking tape on the drill how far I need to drill into the head. So I'm going to do that here. Set up the camera for you guys. I'm going to just put a bolt or something underneath here to hold this up into place. Then we'll mark the centers with 2 punches. Start drilling through here. Remove this, drill through, tap it, and put these in with some Loctite as well. And then we're good to go. Just got a spare screw here, pushing it up against the sides here so it's in the correct place. Let me just get, this is just a sharp punch, mark the centers. And it's very, very soft. It's aluminum. I'm just going to put a drop of oil down each of the holes for the drill bit. And it's just a matter of slowly starting to drill into the head. And the other one. Now you can remove this and just continue drilling those down to the tape mark. There we go. As you can see, we have some shavings there. Grab a vacuum cleaner. There's a little bit left to clean, but we still need to tap it, so it's not that big of a deal. Grab a tiny bit of brake clean, and then we'll just get forced down into the corners here, and I can wipe that up with a little bit of rag when we're done. When you tap the hole, normally you'd use something like this to hold the tap in place. However, you're going to hit things. So the easiest way I find is putting your drill. You can very, very carefully start it out with a drill, and then you can use an adjustable wrench to do the rest of it. Just make sure it's spinning straight. Put a little bit of oil on it. And we'll start with that one. Started it out. There we go. They're both started. Now, I'll put it back, one of them, thread that in, and I'll just use this adjustable wrench to tap it all the way. It's a little bit fiddly, but it works. Both are drilled and tapped now, so I just have a little bit of Loctite here on the screw or the bolt, and tighten that one down. Just gonna grab the other one, tighten that one down, and then we're all done. That's it for this video. Pretty straightforward. I personally prefer the kits I bought in the past, which use the self-tapping screws, but this worked well also. So it's not really anything complicated. One thing that's good to know, if you buy a car like this and you're going to look at it and it only doesn't know if one of these kits are installed, they've been available for years. Before you start up the engine, remove the oil filler and stick your finger in there. You will be able to feel the metal plate that is closest to the front. If you can feel that's there, that's a good bonus. If you can't feel it's there, I would use that as a negotiating point on one of these cars, because you really should fit one. But yeah, after this, just fit a new gasket, new half moon seal, put the cam cover back on, and you're good to go again. And like I said, I would run it for maybe just a couple minutes, change the oil and filter, and then you're good to go. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. Till next time, I'm Adam. This was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.